Familia, it is time. Welcome everybody to a very special Valentine's Day live stream. Welcome everyone, and I'm very excited for this tier list. We have been talking about having a tier list for a very long time, and we're finally back with them. So without further ado, here we go. Also, be sure to like the live stream while we're here. Like it for Guts. Like it for all the, strugglers that are out there. And it's going to be a good time. I have 10 gimmick romance manga that we're going to be going through tonight. And what defines a gimmick romance? Well, a gimmick romance would be anything that is revolving around, a certain gimmick in the series, such as, for example, Komi. She can't communicate. She's very shy. We also have some like with Nagatoro, who's just straight up a tsundere, and we're going to be going through 10 of them. So, Familia, the very first one that we're going to be jumping into would have to be my very goated gal right over here, Nagatoro. S tier Familia. Now, if you do recall, we start off with the grade, then I say who the author is, I give a little synopsis, and then I give you some of my thoughts on it. So going through this, Nagatoro is done by the legend himself, Nanashi. Now, I would not recommend most people to look into Nanashi's works. I don't think it's for the faint of heart. However, this series was his breakthrough into, you could say, like the normal romance genre. And so, following Nagatoro, a little synopsis for you all, Familia. And I'll be reading chat right now too. We're going to be doing it in between every series, so don't worry. I will be commenting in between. So, every day, Nato, also known as Senpai, is teased relentlessly by Hayase Nagatoro, a first-year student that he meets one day at the library while working on his manga. After reading his story and seeing his awkward demeanor, she decides from this moment on to toy with him, even calling him Senpai. And we don't learn later on his name until, it's much further down, but you can just call him Senpai. Now, first Nagatoro relentless antics are more bothersome than anything. She even makes him cry, and leaving him feeling embarrassed, and he's forced to cater to her whims. However, as they spend more time together, a strange sort of friendship develops between them, and even more blossoms out of it. And Senpai finds a life with Nagatoro that can even be fun at times, but one thing's for sure: he's never going to have a dull day again. And this series, it recently ended. We've talked about it quite a bit. I've done a video on it. And this sits at the top as not only, one of my favorite gimmick romances, with a girl who teases a lot, Nagatoro who teases a lot, but I ended up growing up with it like during my high school time. So it has sat at peak for a very long time, and on top of that, the story elements, I really enjoyed how it grew from first a gag kind of comedy. It didn't really have any story elements. There's a word I'm looking for right now that I will find in a moment, but it eventually blossomed into a bunch of characters, a bunch of different side stories. We have Nagatoro, who grew throughout the story. She doesn't just do the same, one trick on Senpai. And Senpai, he grows a backbone for himself. He gets the Shiunji treatments. He ends up finding a very enlightening life, and he inspires everybody. He inspires all the otaku. So I can't give this, enough of its flowers, and I can't gas it up any more than it is. So this is sitting at an S tier at Don't Tow With Me, Nagatoro Familia. And also, I'm going to be having some hot takes over here. I'm going to have some hot takes later on. I'm getting to it. Also, Revens, welcome. It is good is very good tonight. We're excited this very, very late Valentine's Day night. How are y'all doing today as well? I hope you were able to spend time with your friends and family. If anything, you get to spend it here with the Manga Poppy talking about manga. So it can't get any better than this. For number 2 on this list, this is a recent one too. Now, I'm actually planning on dropping a video on this, so I've said to keep your eye on it, but very soon, this coming week actually, kind of soon, type B. But Medaka Kuroiwa is impervious to my charms. Now, this is a sleeper right here. This is a sleeper hit. Recently just dropped an anime. The manga has been popping too. This is not A tier. I almost got you there, right? This is actually a B tier. So this is done by Ran Kuze. Might be butchering some of his name right there. We'll look into actually some of his series right after. I'm actually curious. We'll go to the end. But Ran Kuze, here we go. The synopsis. Now, to say Mona Kowai is cute would be an understatement. She's breathtaking in every single way, and she knows it. At school, actually, let me it's been a while, Familia. Let me show you some visuals here too. You can see for yourself. So this is her. This is the main girl. She has some pink hair. So she's breathtaking in every single way, and she knows it. At school, she's fawned over by boys and girls alike as she graciously welcomes it all as a natural reaction to her insatiable charm. That is, until she comes across Medaka Kuroiwa, the boy who's seemingly immune to her overwhelming charisma. She goes out of her way to talk to him and even dials up her cuteness a notch. But no matter what she tries, Mona can't seem to wipe the scowl off of Kuroiwa's face. Now, backed into a corner, Mona is forced to use the most devastating weapon in her arsenal, her physical allure. I don't know if I can find it anywhere in here. And so, after such a drastic measure, it would leave all the other boys foaming at the mouth. But Kuroiwa remains pure of mind and just barely abstains from succumbing to her charms just because he's training to be a monk at his shrine, and thus he cannot be held down by such worldly pleasures. As Mona goes all out to entice Kuroiwa, but she fails to realize that his unintentional chivalry just might make her fall for him instead. Very cute series. Very, very cute series. And I like that they bring monk mode into this. You know, Kuroiwa, he's the most pure-minded Chad out there. It's absolutely hilarious. And I just like the switch up. You know, she's trying to make him kind of fall in love. He's the one who's kind of trying to play it cool. It's a concept of a religion too. It resonates with me. You know, we Familia are I got my cross over here, and it reminds me a lot too of the series Make the Exorcist Fall in Love. Now that I'm thinking of like religion and whatnot, because that one is also similar to a demon girl. Actually, she's quite literally a demon, right? She's like a succubus sent from like Satan, and she is trying to you could say take out. Can we say this? She's trying to kill the main protagonist. It's more of a shonen because he has these kind of exorcist powers. But this reminds me of a very tamed, very grounded version of that, and I like it. I really dig it. I like the comedy in it. Both characters are pretty good. But that being said, it doesn't get old quick, but it's okay. It's pretty good. It's a pretty damn good read. So that will be a B. And also, I have to give it to it. I've never seen. Have I seen that gimmick? I haven't really seen the gimmick of the girl fawning over the guy and chasing them. So, with that being said, we're going to go into our third one. We'll go into it in a sec. Let me read chat real quick. You're back with the Milk Captain. Welcome. Welcome everybody coming here tonight. It's good to see all the familiar faces. It's been a little while since we've done these. I'm glad we're able to gather everybody around for a manga tier list. I know we love our tier lists. We might just do other tier lists. We'll talk about it. Also, Tony, what's good? Komi? Oh, whoa. Who said Komi was in D tier list? Who said Komi was in D? Hold on now. When did we ever say that? No. Also, Revens, I'm glad to hear you're doing well, man. We do need to talk about Ninja Gaiden. I will be doing a Ninja Gaiden relatively soon, and I'm glad, you know, you're part of the routine now. Yeah, what's up, everyone? Make sure to drop a like too for Guts. Drop a like for Guts and drop a like for the stream. It does help out. Okay, so at number 3, did you read my mind? Komi, I'm laughing, right? I'm laughing at Tony. Komi is at a D, fat D, and I'll give my reasons why. I'll give my reasons why right now. But that is by Tomohito Oda. Now, we have gone over Komi in the past, and she has made it to other tier lists, but in this one, it's well deserved. You know, she has the you know, the gimmick of being shy. I don't think there has really been a series that has come out beforehand where it's like just an extremely shy girl like her who's also like a class beauty. You know, we did have the Watamone. I think it's called Watamone. Regardless, following Tomi's summary, it's Shuko Komi's first day at a prestigious Eton private high school, and she has already risen up to the status of the school's, well, number one. She's pretty much Madonna. Now, with long black hair and tall, graceful appearance, she captures the attention of anyone who comes across her. Now, I need to remember to do the visuals over here. Komi, you can't communicate, so you can get some visuals over here. Here's Komi, right? We know who Komi looks like now. So there's just one problem though with all of this attention. Despite her popularity, Komi is terrible at communicating with others. And Hito Tadano is your average high school boy with his life motto of read the situation and make sure to stay away from trouble. That's a pretty good thing to live by. He quickly finds that sitting next to Komi has made him the enemy of everyone in the class. And one day, knocked out by accident, Hito later wakes up of the sound of Komi's meow. He lies that he heard nothing, causing Komi to run away, but she escaped, and Hito surmises that Komi is not able to talk to others easily from that. In fact, she has never actually been able to make a single friend, and Hito resolves to help Komi with her goal of making 100 friends so that she can overcome her communication disorder. And it's pretty surface level, you know. Komi, she's an interesting character. I said Komi twice, like Hito. She is very interesting. Now, I think the ending of Komi really shaped how I graded this, right? A D is very, you know, I get it. It's harsh. However, this series was drawn out. Absolutely just drawn out. There was a lot of unnecessary chapters and a lot of unnecessary arcs going on. How I would say there's a lot of unnecessary friends. We'll get to that. I will give it that I enjoyed Hito's dynamic. All right. I did enjoy his dynamic with Komi. They're, you know, a great couple. We don't really dive too much into the couple aspects, but they are one. His side story with the Gyaru girl, it was very nice. It was very touching. He had to turn down a girl in the series because he liked Komi, and that was a cool little arc. However, later on, the whole story just feels like it gets muddied on. I would say after the second half, the cast, it doesn't really add too much to it. I feel like a lot of them are just kind of there. You know, we have our main crew over here, but you know, without them, the rest of the friends, they don't really feel like friends. They're kind of more acquaintances. And back to it, how many chapters did Komi have? I want to say it has 400. I want to say it has 400 chapter list Komi. It has been a minute since I read Komi. Was it 400 or 300? I might be overestimating that. Let's see. Let's go to the very bottom. Let's get to the bottom of this. Now, did I overestimate that? I think I may have. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, it is in the 400s. Oh, I do recall it ended at 499. That is a troll. That is a troll, sir. Tomohito Oda absolutely trolled the community. Now, he didn't even get to 500. And I think there will be an epilogue coming very soon when the last chapter does release in Japan. Then we'll get it here in the US. However, ending it at 499, that is devious. Now, the art style too, man. Let me show you a quick something, right? Let me show you something with the art style. Komi can't communicate art style. Now, a lot of people cope that the art style was all right towards the end. However, the art style that the mangaka over here, Oda, changed. Look at this initially. Initially, Komi had a very sleek face, you know, it had like cat eyes. All the characters kind of had these cat eyes. Now, we have her current appearance. This is a little dated, but it turned into like fish eyes. Here, can we get some more references over here? Komi has turned into fish eyes right over here. Look at this. This is bad. This is very bad. How do you change your art style to that? Now, this is reminiscent of early 2000s, like anime manga style. I don't know the name off the top of my head. However, this kind of ugly, man. This is actually very ugly. His characters have great shading. You know, he does it all. But the original Komi over here, very good, very very stylistic. I like that art style. You know, it's slim. But now look at this chapter 325. It feels off. It feels strange. Even the hair kind of feels not too realistic. It feels parted. This looks like a fortune cookie right here. I don't know if some of you can see my my cursor. I'm going over the back of her hair, but this looks like a fortune cookie, and I don't like that. That being said, you know, I think the story ended in somewhat of a boring way. You know, not getting into the spoilers, you know, if you haven't caught up, but I just think the ending was a little boring. I think it should have ended in a vastly different way. So Komi ended at a D. I know a D is rough, but it is what it is. Also, I wanted to see his other works quickly. If you wanted to check out Tomohito Oda's other works, where can we find his name right here? Tomohito Oda. Oh, he doesn't have anything? Hold on, we'll find it real quick. I will check chat in a second. But Tomohito Oda, I think has he only done Komi? Komi-san. He did the Komi one-shot. If you want to see his other series, he's done Desai-Con. That was back in 2014 to 2015. He's done World's Worst One. This looks interesting, actually. I might pick that up. That was back in 2012. And he's also done Uche Konvi Goyomu Nishi. That also looks interesting. So feel free to check that out, Familia. As for the chat, oh, what's up, Eds? How's it going? Everything here is going well. We're just giving some great ratings over here. Komi's a B for you. Yeah, what is Komi for some of you, Familia? What do you feel is a great score for it? I think D, that's fair, but B, you know, to all our own, right? Yeah, so other people agree. Yeah, it did drag on for so long. Yeah, it did. What romance manga do I hate? I'll be going through it right now. I'll be going through it. Komi was one that I grew to hate, unfortunately. It lived long enough to be the villain. Number 4, though. Number 4, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Teasing Master Takagi-san is an A. Now, I might be getting some, you know, Vine booms right now, but listen, it is an A. It's done by Soichiro Yamamoto. I'm just gonna call him Yamamoto. And the synopsis for it: with a smirk, the mischievous middle school boy Nishikata glances over Takagi, the girl seated next to him in class. He had just devised a master plan to finally get back at her for all of her merciless teasing inflicted upon him. As he is about to set his plan into motion, Takagi intervenes with a single comment that halts Nishikata right in his tracks. She has turned the tables on him yet again. If you blush, you lose. That has been the unwritten rule set between these two ever since they encountered one another in middle school. Day after day, loss after loss, Nishikata strives to see Takagi red with embarrassment, but with his futile attempts met by further ridicule, it is up to him to end this vicious cycle and to outwit her. And will their relationship ever evolve? Now, from a romance perspective, I didn't really care for it initially. I thought of it as more like an interesting, like a slice of life. But at the same time, I found out that this was essentially, I didn't even find out just after reading it for a while, this was the patient zero for the teasing genre. So, you know, Uzaki-chan for Nagatoro, for Akutsu, which actually we'll be getting to later. This was the one that started, you know, the whole teasing thing. Now, there's always been teasing in romance, and there's always been those characters that tease, but to have the gimmick of teasing, right? Because remember, this is gimmick romance, not romance. We've done romance at New Year's. You can check that out. But for gimmick romance, this is the one that started the whole, you could say, subgenre. And so with that, it has actually been the best one, I would have to say here. It's been years since this came out, right? If you're not caught up with it, what are you doing? You won't lose your experience. But this story starts off initially with them in middle school, and then it evolves into them in their adult life. And then eventually this series evolves into herself. And it has its own manga that actually recently ended too. It was at the end of 2020 that it ended. However, the teasing master Takagi-san, it kind of continues in like one series. Like they grow up within the series and they have a child. So this is like the purest, you know, you could say like romance. You know, it does it practically from like start to finish. The relationship between the two, it's a lot of the same of like teasing. However, it does like evolve over time where they both have their aspirations, somewhat like a Nagatoro, and it's just packed full of nice, you know, slice of life moments that I think everyone can enjoy. And that being said, you know, do I like Takagi as a character herself? Not really. I think they work as a pair. Takagi is not very, very interesting to me, especially, let me show you over here. Actually, I was supposed to show you all right now the series. Teasing, hold on, we'll type it real quick, Familia. Teasing master Takagi-san, right over here. So here's some visuals. This is Takagi. This right over here is Nishikata. I was gonna say I also don't like Takagi. She has a big, huge forehead, gigantic forehead, 5 head, if you will. So that's just not my favorite character right there. Regardless, this gets an A tier. You know, it's a trendsetter. I like the story. It's a great gimmick over here. So yeah, we'll dive into the comments right now too. So right over here, we have. Some people felt that it was a C. What? Bottom C? No, there's only some. Wow, that's a lot of hot takes over here. Yeah, I did not expect some people to feel that about the Komi series. However, I do understand it. A tier? Nah, no way. Couldn't be me. For the next one, now, as we were just speaking about it, please go home. Miss Akutsu. Oh, no way. Did he go away? I had it over here. Okay, we'll hold off on the please go home Miss Akutsu. I will grab that right now. We're gonna jump to Pseudo Harem. Pseudo Harem is a B. We got another B over here. Now, it recently also came out as an anime. A lot of these are coming out as animes too. That's actually not intentional. Now, this is actually unique beyond most of these, right? I've never seen this. It's by Yu Sato, and the summary for this is Yeji Kitahama has a dream shared by many high school guys, or just guys in general, to be popular and have a harem of girls fawning over him. Luckily for him, his new junior in the drama club, Rin Nanakura, has decided to help him realize this wish. Using her impressive acting abilities, she takes on many personalities, from teasing to calm and collected kudere, to play characters in Yeji's simulated harem. As her connection with Yeji deepens, Rin expands her repertoire, quickly swapping between characters while enjoying high school life together in the club. Though her acting, the real Rin Nakakura tries her best to win Yeji's heart. Now, this is just pure. This is great. So, Rin, she absolutely, is head over heels Yeji over here. And she literally, through her skills, right, she comes up with different characters. Now, it is a little insane, right? It's like the horror movie like Split, where there's different personalities going on. However, it is really funny and cute, the scenarios that they are put through together. And I would say this is kind of groundbreaking in that, it's like teasing Master Takagi-san. It's kind of the patient zero. We might be seeing more of these, split personality romances in the future, because I think they have a lot of room to work with that with other series, because this series did end. So Pseudo Harem, it has come to a conclusion with the manga. How many chapters does it have? Actually, that is a very good idea. I will have to bring that up. Oh man, can I spell pseudo? Pseudo Harem manga. Okay, I can. Oh, we're not trying to go there. Pseudo Harem manga. We will go to my anime list. I think it's like 70 chapters. That's my guess from what I remember. It has... Oh no, this is a manga. Or this is the anime. Oh wow, we're a little behind. It was close. It's 157. So you can find the series for 157 chapters. It did end in 2021, so quite recently. I'm curious to see what the mangaka actually has published as well. I don't think he's published anything else. Where's his Sato Yuji? Yeah, he's only done one other series, and it was a 2-part series that had 9 chapters. Now, what I also enjoy about this is the split personalities. She does it very well. On top of that, their connections between each other, it's pure, man. There's not any, cat and mouse chasing. It's kind of like direct, where she wants to get his attention. She's not acting, very tsundere towards him. And Yeji, he feels likewise. It's not a game. It's not a game like these other people, like with Nagatoro and the other ones. Now that I think about it, they're all just kind of teasing. This one, it's very quick. It's very quick if you want to jump into a nice romance. So Pseudo Harem, very nice. Also, I wanted to show the art for Pseudo Harem. It's also called Jiji no Harem. Now, the art style, I want him to make a few more series. I need to check out the other one, but I really dig this, this kind of style over here. He's got like baggy eyes, Rin is very expressive. It reminds me a lot of the art from Parasite in Love, and also I Sold My Life for 10,000 yen per year. So it reminds me of that artist, and it's very soft. It's nice. I like the style, so I'll give them that. How are we feeling as well? Yeah. A lot of people are commenting about the 6-head. Yeah, for sure. She does have not Rin, but what's her face, the Takagi, she has a 5-head. It's all right though. So as for the next one, wow, we have a lot. We have a lot of B's. So for the next one, these ones are all right. They're all right. Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. It's done by, wow, this guy has a unique name. His name is Sun. So it's like, sun in the sky 3 times. Pretty cool name, actually. And following the summary over here, Masachika Kuse, an unmotivated first-year student attending the prestigious Seirei Academy, mostly spends his time playing gacha games or dozing off during lectures. And despite his reputation as a undisciplined loafer, he attracts the interest of Alisa Makilovna, or Alya Kujo, the esteemed solitary princess who sits next to him in class. Alya is deeply revered by her peers, as she captivates people everywhere she goes, thanks to her entrancing looks and impeccable conduct. However, the beautiful, half-Russian, half-Japanese girl has an adorable secret. While she constantly berates Masachika for his lax behavior, she conceals her true feelings with affectionate and flirtatious remarks in Russian. Now, unbeknownst to Alya, Masachika picks up every single one of her comments, for he is fluent in Russian. Bewildered by her enigmatic actions, Masachika decides to act clueless and play along, sparking an unconventional and heartwarming relationship with the charming girl. Now, this did come out as an anime recently. It made a lot of waves. It made waves, though, not for Alya, surprisingly. Here, I need to bring these images up. We're working on it, Familia. We're working on the images right over here. But due to his, I'm trying to find his sister over here. Due to his sister in the series, right? So it's funny. The best girl in the series right over here was his sister, and so she was the attraction of it, and the entire concept, the gimmick of having it in Russian. I think that was a great. That was a interesting one that I would have not really thought of, like a language kind of manga. And although I've not read the light novel, and I have read the manga, and barely some of the anime, the Russian is not utilized, I feel like, enough. I feel like they don't drop it enough. I feel like it should be a little more persistent, because it's kind of done with these gags with Alya, whenever she's around, but outside of that, it's not much, and that's understandable. It does revolve around her character. However, I think they could have, dropped that a lot more. Like I said, I haven't read too far into the manga, probably like 25 chapters in or so. Light novel have not touched. However, the designs, I did enjoy a lot. I did enjoy these character designs. I like the simplistic, it's not, I don't even know what to call it, the stylization of it. It's nothing to write home about, but it is something to note that I do like the art quite a bit, and I like the interactions that Alya has, especially with our protagonist over here. Although a lot of people would not say that Alya is the best girl, even though she is the titular character. A lot of people would actually say that it's her sister, Alya's sister over here. Wait, where's the sister? It would be Alya's, actually, is that her sister? It would be her sister, and then the protagonist's sister over here. So it's quite interesting, and I think it's okay. It's an okay series, and it's kind of got the whole gimmick going on for it. It's like Pseudo Harem. It's quite unique the way they drop that. So it stays at a B. It stays at a B over here. Now, Komi over here, for some people, is very controversial. I need to make an entire video, now that we're bringing it up in between this other series, an entire video on the art style of Komi. I feel like a lot of people would enjoy that. There's a lot to break down over here. I just want to bring that up because I was thinking, man, that is a massive difference, and it's still controversial. So for the next series coming up, this would technically be number 8. It is No Matter What You Say, Furi-san. is scary. Here we go. This one is at a C. Now, this is done by Seiichi Kianu. And the summary for this is: the first year of high school on the horizon, Namito Taira is planning to make the most out of his new period of life. But he did not account for that he was to be sitting next to Yuko Furi, a blonde girl possessing all the all the characteristics of a delinquent. Thus, upon meeting her, a single glare from Furi immediately struck fear into his heart. However, contrary to Taira's beliefs, Furi is a sweet and adorable girl with a big crush on him. Even so, every interaction between them ends with a misunderstanding, and Taira continues to believe that Furi is nothing but a delinquent. Regardless, the time shared between Taira and Furi never fails to be lovely, leading to the pair on the pathway towards a wholesome relationship. Now, let me get some water before we go in. My voice is a little hoarse. Over here, I did enjoy the concept as first. You know, we have the mean girl. She appears to be the mean girl. Reminds me a lot of like Watamote in a different way. Also the one, oh man, it's missing me right now. She has red hair, but Furi-san, the concept of it was pretty good. I like the scary looking girls, you know, eventually turning a sweet kind of concept. It's an okay gimmick. However, it does quickly, you know, fade away because she just gets cute. She just gets nice towards our protagonists, and it ends relatively quickly. She doesn't kind of keep up the Nagatoro vibe. Nagatoro always keeps up her vibe, right? She does the teasing still, but Furi doesn't really keep up her mean demeanor too long. It feels like it stays as it is, versus like someone like Akutsu. So it is satisfying to see the progress of Furi and, you know, their cute interactions, that she likes him. However, it does come at the cost of her identity a little bit, because that's really her whole gimmick. I don't recall her having too many you know, outside hobbies or anything like that. She was, you know, just strictly supposed to be the girl sitting next to him who appeared to be mean. So it is what it is. You know, you can't have you know, too many crazy series. Sometimes it's okay to have one that's you know, just a little romance, fantasy. No harm in that. So it's nice. Art style's cute. I don't think this is a series. Yeah, the art style is very cute. It's pretty good. It's also short too. Let me see the chapters over here. What Furi-san says. Right over here it is. Man, I wish it auto did it for Mal, my anime list. Right over here. It is only 47 chapters. Yeah. Now this one, yeah, it's extremely long. What has the mangaka done as well? We have Kinoshichi. So he's only done 2. What? He's only done 2? They're also very short. Yeah, I want to see whatever ones this mangaka is doing. Seiichi. Yeah, I want you to drop more works. The last thing he did was in 2019. Hopefully he's cooking. All right. Now, I wanted to bring up the other series that I had to skip over here. So please go home, Miss Akutsu-san. So I'm going to bring this up real quick. We're going to do this on the fly, Familia. We're going to all do this on the fly. Also, welcome to everybody coming to the stream right now. How are y'all doing tonight? Are we doing well? Are we having a nice Valentine's Day? You get to spend it with a manga poppy, one-on-one, just talking about manga. You know, we're you know, shooting the shit over here. Let me throw this. Okay. Just pretend just pretend you see the Akutsu in the very title. We're running and gunning with this one. This one is also an A. Where would I put Homestruck on the list over here? Homestruck, what would it be doing on this list? Homestruck would be at like a B, if anything, right? we'd have it right over here. Also, Mary says, if Kodun and Mom aren't an A to S rank, I'm haunting you for life. What's a good thing? It's a good thing that we're not going through it then right now. So please go home, Miss Akutsu-san. It's a very nice. It's a great series. It's an ecchi series. Now, for the summary of it, it follows Uyuma, who's a timid high school student who lives on his own. But it has not appeared to be that way lately. After forcing herself into his apartments, let me just have some panels over here. After forcing herself into his apartment on a whim, Riko Akutsu has claimed Oyuma's bedroom as her after-school hangout spot. The delinquent girl from his class enjoys naps in his bed, reading all of his manga, and consuming his snacks and drinks. To make matters worse, this is an everyday routine, leaving Oyuma to constantly deal with her antics. And despite wishing Akutsu would go home, Oyuma's attempt to make her leave are futile, especially with his teenage mind falling prey to her alluring behavior. In due time, however, the mischievous teasing in their unusual relationship changes as the two grow comfortable with each other's presence. Now, why is this one an A? It is an A because she looks like Nagatoro, and it gave me a lot of Nagatoro vibes. So this is kind of like cheating a little bit. However, I really enjoyed this series. Like this is a not even guilty pleasure. This is just a pleasure to read, and I'm still glad it's ongoing. You know, Akutsu, the delinquent girl, she does the delinquent girl rights. All right, this is a little better than Furi-san. She has hobbies. You know, she's trying to get close to protagonist. She's in his bedroom all the time too. You don't really see that with some series. You know, it's done in like one area, so I'll give it that. They bounce off of each other, you know, personality wise very well, and it's pretty sweet and simple. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's all it takes is a sweet and simple story, you know, some good characters, you know, some chemistry between them, and you know, you don't have to muddy the water. So Akutsu is a tier for Akutsu. What do we think about that? Do you all think it's nah, little bro. Little bro's F. Nah, DV. Nah. Right over here. Oh, Momo. Oh, got you. Yeah, not on the list. Moving on. Maybe eventually in the future. We're going to be going to... Do I have our last one already? Did we already hit the last one? Oh, okay. Let me go with one more before we hit the last one. I was about to skip one. Trust me, the last one is gonna be great. Okay. This one is now 9 out of 10. Hitomi-chan is shy with strangers. Now, this is a Komi. I want to say a Komi clone, but it's not. It's not. It's similar. Chirosuku Natsumi is the mangaka of this. Now, for the summary, a tall, and proportional high schooler Hitomi Takano has shark teeth, a looming presence, and a terrifying face. Actually, let me show you all over here. You can get a visual of her. Here we go. There we go. As an upperclassman named Yusumi finds out, however, looks can be deceiving. Beneath her massive frame and intense glare, Hitomi is a sweet girl who just wants to overcome her social anxiety and make some friends. As Yu gets to know her, they grow close. So close that maybe, just maybe, friendship won't be enough. Now, this is a rom-com between a scary but sweet girl and her small, loving senpai. This senpai, he's very short. It reminds me a lot of My Dangers in My Heart. Now, Hitomi-chan did end relatively quickly, and it's nothing groundbreaking, so that's why it's at a C. However, I do like Hitomi a lot. You know, I like the shark teeth, that we don't get to see very many shark teeth. We see the flesh fang. You know, Akutsu has a flesh fang, Nagatoro has a flesh fang, but we don't get as many shark teeth girls. So I'll give her that. It was very nice. You know, it's a cool little story. You know, Hitomi, she wants to go out, particularly with the senpai, so that's nice. Other than that, though, I mean, there's not much to it. There's not too many, you know, deep diving elements. They're just kind of vibing together. It's cute between both of them, and it's just a pretty good read. If you were bored, you know, I would highly recommend to read it. However, if you're looking for, you know, some kind of masterpiece, if you're looking some kind of peak storytelling, like I recommended earlier, then maybe this isn't for you. But I would recommend just reading it, just to have something, you know, under your belt. It's a cute story, interesting art. I'll give it that. Now, what we have all been waiting for, Familia. What we've all been waiting for at number 10. What's the 10th story I'm going to be doing? What's the 10th manga? Is it Furi-san? No, we did Furi-san already. It is. Let me get this over here prepared. It is the Shiunji family children. This is the stinker. We all love our stinkers. This time we didn't get two. We got one. All right. This is by Reiji Miyajima. Does that name ring any bells, Familia? Does that sound familiar? Yes, it does. It is by the creator of Rent a Girlfriend. Rent a Peak, right? Don't we all love Rent a Girlfriend? This story is his recent one. It is actually going to be getting an anime this coming summer. Actually, I think I'm right on that. This coming summer, it's going to be getting an anime. And this is the most gimmicky romance that I've seen that that falls flat on its face. It's pretty bad. Now, it's so bad though, it gets almost an S tier in like entertainment. I'm moving ahead. Let me read the synopsis for you all and we'll get into it. I can't believe I'm reading this. The love between brother and sister, the love between man and woman, that which is most forbidden is most unyielding. The 2 sons and 5 daughters of Shiunji family shrine, like brilliant gems, each with intelligence and beauty in equal measure, and with the pedigree of their wealthy family behind them. How could they not be the talk of the town? Eldest son Arata spends his life being tossed around by the whims of his colorful sisters. Let me actually give you some visuals right now too. Yet a little teasing won't stop him from valuing his family over anyone else. But when his youngest sister turns of age, their family reveals a long hidden secret of the Shiunji siblings and knocks Arata's world off its axis. That you can already tell, right, by the synopsis that it's already an interesting read. And yeah, these are all the characters over here. Although I don't know where this is coming from, right? Side tangent. Why is Shinji in here? Why is Shinji Akara from Neon Genesis Evangelion in this? It's the Shiunji. Oh, okay. Shiunji. Oh, that's why Shinji is popping up. Okay. Shinji was popping up because there was no N in there. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why is Shinji in there? We get like Shinji and Asuka ship going on. Regardless, this series, man. Ooh, this is dog water. I did a video on it a while back, like 6 months back. It was a lot to take in. So Arata over here, he is like the official head of the family after the father, and his father reveals this huge secret that the family, they aren't actually related, so they aren't blood related. Everyone is adopted except for one of the daughters who's actually his blood his blood child. So for some reason it runs through all their minds, their little minds, that they should maybe partake in some kind of relationship between each other. Now they see each other as more than siblings. How that happens, I don't know how the Rent-A-Girlfriend author came up with this. The storytelling is just all over the place too. We have to break it down like, brick by brick. Some of the storytelling over here, we basically go on mini dates, right? Arata, this main guy, he goes on like mini dates with each character. And throughout the series, they kind of, they're highlighting their strong suits. It's like a quintessential quintuplets for all of them. However, if you wanted to go with this kind of concept, right, just hear me out, hear me out real quick. This concept, you could have held, that they weren't actually blood related till later on. That's a pretty big thing to drop, right? Already initially. But if you wanted to go all out, right? If you already have the people disgusted, right? The people who aren't going to read this manga, they aren't going to read this manga. But those who will, right? And let's say, they are family related or anything, you should have just gone all out, throw all your cards on the table. You know what I mean? If you're going to go all in, go all in. But he kind of chickened out of the concept, so they're not all related. Other than that, yeah, the story is not so good. I don't really like any of the girls. Actually, this one, she's okay. She's like the Ada type. I'm pretty sure his brother, it's not actually his brother. This is actually throughout the story they kind of hint that this is a girl, like a that just dresses like androgynously, or dressed kind of like a dude. So yeah, the protagonist though, I'll give him this, right? He's better than Kazu Simp from Rent-A-Girlfriend. He has Riz with his sisters. I guess that's a little better. yeah, this series is interesting. This series is it's something. It's a train wreck that you can't look away from. Sitting at F. We spoke about this. I haven't read it since I did my review on it like several months back. Maybe I'll get back to it for like the anime, just for the sake of having a part 2 to the video. However, we all know where that stands. Enough said. But Familia, what do you think so far? Do you think this list, is it something you agree with? Would you throw on some other series? What other series would you like to see? What kind of, tier list? Let me know. Yeah, it is it is getting worse and worse. Also, Anboy says, cute girl with sharp teeth. Short King, I'm sold. Yes, sir. I feel like the author is rage baiting with this one. Yeah, maybe he was. Maybe he is, the Reggie, he knows what he's doing. But yeah, this manga is definitely a sleeper, and I think you should stay asleep. However, Familia, I think that is it for tonight. I'm actually doing a lot of projects on the side. So tomorrow, for those of you who are in the Los Angeles area, I will be at Anime Impulse, and it will be a good time. I'll be running around the convention saying hi to all my friends out there, all the people that will be out there. So it'll be a good time. And we'll be making some content. Expect a video tonight. We also did an interview. We did a podcast with That's Dope Entertainment, so be sure to check that out too, with our good friend Godswill, and it was a very fun time. So we're going to be uploading that in a few days, but keep your eye on that, and that is another place where you can find more content from the Manga Poppy. But recommend anything down below. I'm going to be here for a few more minutes. I want to hit that 1 hour mark. I can't have my live streams looking like only a single hour or only 57 minutes. That'd be terrible. I want to be here for a bit. So yeah, let's look into actually more of the author's works. There was one that I wanted to check. I think it was early on. We were looking at Ron Kusei. So they're the ones who did Medaka Kuroiwa is impervious to my charms. Now, where is that? Actually, I should probably just put Medaka Kuroiwa and then go to my anime list right over here. So we'll find the manga and then we'll see what he has right here. Let me get this. Kuzeran. Wow, he's actually done a lot. Wait, did I already look at this? I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have. So this is Gedo Kubo. Gedo Kubo was done in 2017. It was only 11 chapters. Wow, no one has actually touched his older works. We might have to get some scanlators on this. If any scanlators are here in the comments too, get on that. I want to see that. This looks like a family one. Also, Komi isn't a D, so I'm leaving because of the trash chase. You're funny, Toxic. No, Komi is a D. Komi is a D. Actually, thank you for reminding me, Toxic. You're one of the best Familia members here. At S tier, we have Nagatoro. A tier, we have I was about to mess that up. At A tier, we have Teasing Master Takagi-san, and we have, I don't want to mess up the name. Where is it? We also have Please Go Home, Miss Akutsu. At B tier, we have Medaka Kuroiwa is impervious to my charms. We also have Pseudo Harem, and we have Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Then, at C tier, we have Hitomi-chan is shy with strangers, and no matter what you say, Furi-san is scary. At D tier, we have Komi, and at F tier, we have the Shiunji family children. So that's the entire list right there. This one is called Toripiki. Oh, also another series that you can't see that he did, but he did that from 2016 to 17. What's this one right over here? This looks interesting. This is like a fantasy. Wow, none of his other series seem to have been like translated. Oh, this one is Tenchi World War Angel. Uru is a girl, but actually an angel. One day she meets Hikaru, the hero of the story. He was on his back since birth. That's kind of cut out. He was on his back since birth, mysterious holes. Their encounter will change the fate of the world. That's a weird description, but all right. Then we have Tokyo Babe. Ooh, this is kind of low rated. We have Tokyo Ravens. Cool. And then we have a romance that he did starting 2021. All right, pretty good. Pretty good. I think that's most series that we've been through. Yeah, we hit the hour. All right, Familia. That settles it. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Drop a like for Berserk. We had a good Valentine's Day over here. We got to hang out with each other, so it's very fun. Make sure to also follow the Instagram over here. You can get a bunch of updates from all our pages, so you can see anything that I'm doing, really, in terms of content. So you'll find podcasts, clips, you'll find when I'm, starting up a live stream. So be sure to do that. Hit the bell notification here on YouTube. Also, be sure to join La Familia down below. You get some very cool perks. You get Guts, you get Poon Poon, you get Griffith, and then you get the Familia sticker. So that is definitely worth it. We're going to be doing a full post on that, just so we can get some more members and exclusive content going from there. But until tomorrow, Familia, thank you for coming out tonight, joining me this wonderful Valentine's Day. It's been Luis Sankara, and until next time, adios.